page, page 16 of 20. Now this is about measurement, as you already know, conversion and units. So the basic thing, and I've noticed that you've applied it, is to use the table. For instance, 10 millimeters make 1 centimeter, 10 centimeter 1 decimeter, and so on. If it is mass, that's for distance. If it is mass, 10 milligram make 1 centigram, 10 centigrams make 1 decigram, and so on. If it is capacity of volume, 10 milliliter make 1 centiliter, and so on. By the way, how many millimeters make 1 meter? How many millimeters make 1 meter? I mean, how many millimeters? How many millimeters make 1 meter? Going from here to here. From millimeter straight to meter. I hope you heard what I said. Millimeter make 1 meter. How many millimeters? Let me circle it in yellow. How many millimeters make 1 meter? I want us to walk from here to here. How many? Did you see what I circled?
Yes.
So how many millimeters make 1 meter? That should be 10, 10, 10, which is all together what? 10, 10, 10, 1,000, isn't it?
Oh, I thought you meant added.
No, you wouldn't add. 10, 10, 10, all together 1,000. That's why I wrote it here. Can you see what I'm circling? Read it out. 1 meter. Okay, how many centimeters make 1 meter?
100.
100, because 10 and a 10. That's why 100 centimeters make 1 meter. In fact, milli something to meter, it's 1,000 of that milli something that will make one of the other one. 100 of centi something will make a meter. That's, see what I circled in blue. Say this one. So read it out. 1,000 milliliters equal to 1 liter. Just like 100 centiliter equal to 1 liter. Alright, I know you already know that when you are converting from bigger unit to smaller unit. Let me just note it down. Bigger unit to smaller unit. You're going to multiply. You multiply. A simple example, you've applied that. For instance, if you multiply by the conversion rate. For instance, if you have 2, let me write it out. You know that 2 example. Let me just write that so that we can note. Are you still there? Example 2 meters. You want to convert 2 meter to centimeter. What will it be? What do you normally do to convert 2 meters to centimeter? No, that's bigger units. You're taking it to smaller units. You multiply. So you multiply by 100 because 100 centimeters make 1 meter. And I'm changing 2 meters to centimeter. The reason is a meter is a bigger unit. A centimeter is a smaller unit. So from bigger unit to smaller unit, you have to multiply. And you multiply by the rate. The rate is 100 centimeters make 1 meter. So I have to multiply by 100 times 100. You've done this now. And what does that give you? 200 centimeters. Is it not? Okay, that's for bigger unit to smaller unit. Let me write the other one in yellow. Now smaller unit to I think I should. Okay, to bigger unit. From smaller unit to bigger unit, you have to divide. You have to divide. This one you do division. You know that already. You've applied them already. From smaller unit to bigger unit, you have to do division. An example I can use is example 1,000 grams. Okay, let me call it 5,000 grams. We give you what in kilograms? What do you do?
Divide.
Yes, because 1,000 grams is 1 kilogram. 1,000 grams is 1 kilogram. The conversion rate is 1,000. So we're going to divide because it's a smaller unit to a bigger unit. Gram is smaller than kilogram. So from smaller to bigger, you divide by the rate. And the rate is 1,000 grams make 1 kilogram. So since we are moving from grams to kilogram, we divide by 1,000. We divide by 1,000. So you know that. And when you divide by 1,000, what does that give you?
5 kg.
That would be 5 kg. Alright, you've applied all that. Let's just mark your work. Go to the next page. Let me be marking. Or you mark at your end. Convert 3 centimeters into 3 meters into centimeters. Meter to centimeter, that's bigger unit to smaller unit. And I think you multiply by 100. That's correct. Mark. You multiply by 100. Okay, sorry. Okay, the next one, convert 8 kilometers into meters. That's also bigger unit to smaller unit. You also multiply by 1,000 because I know why you did that. Because kilometer to meter is 1,000 kilometers that make a kilometer. So mark 1,000 meters make 1 kilometer. How come I didn't write that one? Let me just indicate it here. There's something I skipped, but I'm happy that you know that. 1,000 meters. 1,000. Just a moment. 1,000 meters equal to 1 kilometer. I don't know why I skipped that one. Just like 1,000 grams make 1 kilogram. Alright, or 1,000 milliliter equal to 1 liter. Okay, so mark. You multiply by 1,000. Next, this one you are changing smaller to bigger. You divided by 100. That's correct. You divided by 100 because the rate is 100 centimeters. We make 1 meter. That's correct. This one you milliliter into centimeters, millimeter into centimeter. Okay, you divided by 10. That's correct because it's smaller unit to bigger unit. You divided by 10. Okay, mark D. That's also correct. All of this we can know why, because centimeter to that is that. Okay, millimeter to centimeter. You have to have 10 millimeters to make 1 centimeter, so the conversion rate is 10. Okay, 400 centimeter into meter. 400 centimeter into meter. What did you do? Because it's smaller to bigger, you divided by 100. That's correct. Mark. Now write this measurement in order of size. Okay, let me see how you came about it. 400 centimeter, this and this. Okay, I think what you did, was to, I think the best way to do this is to change all of them to the same unit. So for instance, we can change all of them to meter. This one will be, to change kilometer to meter, you have to multiply by 1000. To change it to meter, that would be equal to 1, 2, 3. That would be 3 meters. This is 2 meters. Now to change this one to meter, you have to divide by 100. Divide by 100. Divide by 100, and that will give you 4 meter. You see, you didn't change all of them to the same unit. That's why you made a mistake. So which one is the biggest?
Is it?
See, I said change all of them to the same unit. This is in meter.
2 meters, then it's 3 meters, then it's 4 meters.
Okay, so the correct answer should be what? Let me start.
0.03.
So the correct answer should be 2 meters first, followed by 0.003 kilometer, and then followed by 400 centimeter. You got the explanation, right? Change all of them to the same unit. You can decide to change all to meter, or change all to kilometer, or change all to centimeters. All of them should just be to the same unit. So to change this one, you multiply it by 1000, that's 3 meter. This is already in meter. You change this one, you divide it by 100, that's 4 meter. You know why we did all that? Because of the conversion rates. 1000 millimeter, or 1 kilometer, now 1 kilogram. This is kilometer. Okay, so the other side of the page. I think before we look at this one, I want to show you something. Okay, let me see what you have on. Go to page 18. Let's mark page 18 before we come back to this. A pencil is 8.5 centimeters long. Change 8.5 centimeters to milliliters. Okay, that's centimeter to milliliters. Centimeter is a bigger unit. Millimeter is a smaller unit. So you multiply by 10 because that's the rate. And that gives you 85 mark. Have you marked? Good. Okay, there are 350 milliliter of juice in a jug. Change 350 milliliter to liters. Okay, you're changing smaller units to bigger units. Sorry. You're changing smaller unit to bigger units. So you divided by the rate, and the rate is, that's milliliter, that's by 1000. That's correct. Mark. You know, the rate is milliliter to liter is 1000. Okay. Now this one that you struggled with. This one you struggled with. It says the weight of a 2-pence coin is 7 grams. 2 pence coin is 7 grams. And it says find the weight of 6 pound worth of 2 pence coins. Did you get that?
No.
Okay, you need to first of all find how many 2 pence will make 6 pound. How many 6, how many 2 pence will make 6 pounds? We need to find that first of all. can I ask you, how many pence are in 6 pounds? Change all of them to the same unit. That's the best way to do it.
Okay.
How many pounds are in 6 pence? How many pence are in 6 pounds? Are you trying to get that? Okay, so change all to the same unit.
Wouldn't it be 600?
Yeah, that's
So-
correct. 600. So the what I actually wanted to do is how many. These are the steps you need to take. The first one you ask yourself, the second you can. Anyway, let me just write them. So how many, or I could just say 6 pounds is equal to how many pence? And you said it's 600, isn't it? Because it's bigger unit is smaller unit, so you multiply by 100, and that will give us 600 pence. Now that you know it's 600 pence, how many 2 pence will be in 600 pence? Because we need to know how many 2 pence. How many 2 pence are in 6 pounds? Can I say that again?
Yes, please.
Good. You've correctly shown that 6 pounds is equal to 600 pence. It's equal to 600 pence. So how many 2 pence will now be in 600 pence? Let me write it down so that you can think about it. How many 2 pence are in 600?
Wait, wouldn't you just do 600 divided by 2?
Very correct. So it's 600 divided by 2. That's correct. And 600 divided by 2 gives you what? That's 300. 300 now, is it not? There will be 300. So we're almost done with that question. Look at it. If there are 300 of them, we are told that one is weighs how much?
Pardon?
We are told, we're given in the question that one weighs how much?
One weighs
See what I'm circling?
300.
One weighs how much?
300 divided by 7.
No. Look at what I'm circling. One weighs how much? 7 grams.
By 7.
1 2 pence equals to 700. 7 grams, sorry. One of them, only one weighs 7 grams. And we have 300 of them. So 300 will weigh how much? Please see what I just wrote here.
You times it by 300.
You multiply 7 by 300. Okay, so do that. 1, because we are told that one of them weighs 7 grams. 1 weighs 7 grams. So 300 will weigh what? That would be 300 times 7.
2,100.
That will give us 2,100 grams. That's correct. But you said we should give our answer to kilograms. Give our answer in kilograms. So give your answer in kilograms.
2.1 kilograms.
Beautiful. Because you simply divided by 1,000. Alright. So to change kilograms to grams, to change grams to kilogram, you divide by 1,000.
Pardon?
Yeah, and I'm just reechoing what you said, what you did. To change grams to kilogram, you divide by 1000, which is equal to 2.1 kilograms, which is the final answer. I think that's clear. Okay. That's the steps. That's what you need to do. First of all, find how many 2 pence will make 6 pounds. Then change by changing all of them to the same unit. 6 pounds is equal to 600 pence. So you need to know how many 2 pence are in 600 pence. You do 600 divided by 2, that's 300 2 pence. And you know that one of it weighs 7 grams. So one of 2 pence weighs 7 grams. So 300 of it will be 300 times 7, which is 2,100 grams. And then you change it to kilograms by dividing by 1000. All right, beautiful. Now look at this one. You actually tried in this, but you didn't take note of something. It says convert 20 kilometers per hour into meter per second. You were able to change the kilometer to meter, but you didn't remember to change the hour to seconds. You change the kilometer to meter, correct? But you need to change the hour to seconds. 1 hour is how many seconds?
60.
Actually,
Sorry, no.
60 times 60 now. Because 60 minutes make 1 hour.
3,600.
Beautiful. 60 times 60, because 60 seconds make 1 minute. First of all, 60 seconds make 1 minute, and 60 minutes make 1 hour. So from hour to seconds will be 60 times 60. 60 minutes make 1 hour, and 60 seconds make 1 minute. So that's 3,600. 3,600 seconds. Okay, so that's what you forgot to do. You got the one for kilometer to meter, but you need to change hour to seconds. All right, so kilometer to meter you got, but you also need to change hour to seconds. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
So now
I
this
wanted to just meet.
you just divide it by that. Sorry, you just divide the answer you wrote for that. So the final answer will now be, answer will be this, because we want it to be in meter per second. So you already have it in meter, and you now have it in seconds. You have it in meter, which is 20,000 meter, and you have it in seconds, which is 3,600 seconds. So that the answer will now be 20,000 divided by 3,600. Did you see what I wrote? Why did I divide? Because it says per. Whenever you see per slash, it means divide. Per, divide, per. So that's why meter up, meter is up, per, which means divide, seconds down, seconds down. So this is a meter, this is a meter, while this one is in seconds. Okay, can you solve this? Some things can cross out. This can cross out this can cross out this, isn't it? Let's reduce it to the lowest term. What can go? 2 into here, 2 into here will be 10, into here 0. For 36 is 18. 2 can go again. 2 into here, sorry, let me use a different color. 2 into here is 5, into here is 0, and 2 into here is 9. So the answer will be 50 over 9 meter per second. Did you understand what I did? Just reducing it to the lowest term. I hope that's clear. Beautiful. Okay, by the way, we got 20,000 meters over 3,600 seconds. We struck out 0, struck out 0, struck out 0, struck out 0. We're left with 200 over 36. We divided both by 2. 200 divided by 2 is 100. 36 divided by 2 is 18. And then we can still divide it further. 100 divided by 2 is 50. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So the answer is 50 over 9 meters per second. Okay, go to the previous page. Let's finish up with this one you did. Okay, I think before the previous page, go to page 16 of 20. Yes, this one you did it properly. A gear stands on a set of scales. Now this is where the scale reading is. This is 20, this is 40, so midpoint must be 30. So you got the 30 kilograms, and you're asked to convert to grams. So kilograms to grams, kilograms to grams, you multiply by 1000, which is a conversion rate. Kilograms to grams, that's correct. All right, so mark both of them. Mark both of them. Good. Beautiful. Please, next page. Let's run through all as quickly as possible. Okay, no, page 17 I mean. James runs 400 meters every day. Work out how far James runs in 1 week. Very good. You multiply by 7 because you have 7 days in a week. That's 2,800. And then you say you should give your answer in kilometers. You divide it by 1,000. Beautiful. That's 2,800 meters, and you change it to kilometer by dividing by 1,000. Please mark. See how you're getting this. So that's beautiful. You divided by 1,000. Because that's from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, and the conversion rate is 1,000. Please mark. Have you marked? Yeah. Good. Now it says Kelly has 2 dogs, Pixie and Fifi. Pixie weighs 8.5 kilograms. Fifi weighs 200 grams, lighter than Pixie. Wow, this is awesome. You did it so well. So 8.5 kilograms, you change it to grams. You change it to grams by multiplying by 1,000 to grams. Wow, you did so well in this. Honestly, you did so well in this. You multiply by 1,000. Because bigger units to smaller units, you multiply by the conversion rate, which is 1,000. So you change all to the same unit. Work out how much Fifi weighs. Say Pixie weighs, Fifi is 70, lighter, which is smaller. Lighter, that's minus. That's why you did minus. Okay, that's correct. 780 grams. And you change back to kilograms. That is simply fantastic. To change back to kilogram, you multiply it again by 1,000. Because from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, you multiply. Okay, please mark. That's cool. That's simply fantastic. Please mark. Please mark. That's fantastic. Yeah. Okay, and this one, it says a pocket weighs 800 grams. When half filled with water, the pocket weighs 4.5 kilograms. Okay, work out the weight when the pocket is filled with water. Okay, let me see what you try to do. It weighs 800 grams without anything. Okay, when half filled with water, it weighs 4.5 kilograms. Okay, work out the weight when the pocket is filled with water. Do you know this? You are extraordinarily good. with this. This is the weight of the pocket alone, 800 grams, and that's what you have here. Are you still with me? Beautiful. And then this is the weight of, no, when half filled with water, there's something you didn't notice. When half filled with water, that's together with water, it is 4,000. Work out the weight
when the bucket is fully
filled with water. That's correct. So 4,500. There's something I want to show you. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Just a moment. Without anything, it is 800 grams. Okay.
Yeah, with nothing in the bucket, it's 800 grams. So when the bucket is half filled,
you know, there's something you need to know the weight of the water alone. The weight of the water alone. So let me just explain this so that we figure that out. But you really did very well. This first part is correct. That's the weight of the pocket. But we need to know the weight of half of the water alone, which what you should have done is 4,500 minus 800, is it not? Did you understand what I did? 4,500 minus 800 before you add to the 800. You know, because the weight of the pocket, half-filled pocket, the pocket together with water is 4.5 kilograms, which is actually 4,500 grams. I know you multiply by 1,000 to change kilograms to grams. So, but you need to know the weight of the water, half of the water, okay, half of mass of only water is this one is mass of pocket alone, mass of only pocket. And so you still need to do it here. This one will still be 4,500. Let me now write it in the same color with the other one. This one will still be 4,500 minus 800. Please let me be sure you understood what I did. Let me be sure you understood what I did. This is also remaining half. Remaining half of mass of water. All right. Mass of pocket alone, 800 grams. Pocket with half filled water, 4.5 kilograms, which is 4,500 grams when you multiply by 1,000. So to get the mass of only half of the water, you need to do 4,500 minus 800. You know, so when everything is now full, you do 4,500 minus 800 for the half, plus 800 for the pocket, plus 4,500 minus 800 for the other half. So what would all of this give you? Please add up and give me the final answer. That's 4,500 minus 800, then you add it to 800, then you add it to 4,500 minus 800. Final answer. Have you gotten the final answer?
8,200.
You sure? 8,200 grams. You can change it to kilograms. That would be 8.2 kilograms, is it not? Which is divided by 1,000. I think that's clear. Any question on that? Okay. Okay, so this one says, let me go through this one you did first of all. I think you got this. I'm checking. Let's go. There are 3 boxes, 1, 2, and 3, and this is the reading. Yeah, that's correct, because if this is 600 grams, this should be 700 midpoint, and this is 800. So this here is actually 750. That's correct. 600, 650, 700, 750, 800. A beautiful analysis. I like the way you figured that out. I think this is how you did it from here, right? Am I still with you? You were able to figure out that each division is 50 grams, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and between here and here is 200. Wow, that's fantastic. 600 to 800 is 200. So 4 divisions, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 divisions is 200 grams. So 1 division is 50. So each division is 50. So 600, 650. 700, 750. 800, and so on. So this is 750 grams. And there are 3 of them. So it's asking for only 1 box. So you divide it by 3. Because if 3 boxes 750 grams, 1 box will be 750 divided by 3. So you mark, that's correct.
Okay.
All right, awesome, lovely. Then this one, the one at the top. A petrol tank holds 48 liters of petrol when it is full. When it is full, 48 liters. The scale shows information about the petrol there in the petrol tank. Work out the number of petrol in the petrol tank. It's actually not difficult. It holds 480 when it is full. 48 liters. And this is 0 liter, 0 to 48. You can try and see how many divisions you have here. It's not difficult. See how many divisions. How many divisions?
6.
Check again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 divisions for the full 448 liters, because it's 48 liters when full. So what do you think should be the value of here?
Pardon?
What do you think should be the value of here where the pointer is?
What's half of 48?
Did you say half?
I'm saying what is half of 48?
Check it now. Half of 48 means half times 48, or 48 divided by 2.
24.
Okay. So you've been able to figure out that here is 24. This place is 24.
4.
This place is 24 liters. By the way, when you say half of anything, it simply means half times that stuff. or you can say that thing divided by 2.
Wait, so 24.
Are you getting something?
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second.
But you're making progress. You just want to know what this place is. Why are you struggling with that? You're getting it.
So I don't know what would it be for to make it halfway.
Yes.
I don't know that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so what's the value here?
I don't know what that value is.
Okay, by the way, this point, the central point is what value?
24.
You know that this from 0 to 24, where the pointer is midway. So what's midway from 0 to 24?
0 to 24.
Half of it. Midway, half of it. Half of it.
22.
Half of it should be 12.
Oh, well, yeah.
Half of it should be 12. So the answer is actually 12 liters. But there's a simpler way you could have done this. It's a simpler way you could have done this. And without having to go through all this trouble. Let me just tell you. The whole thing is 48, right?
It's gonna dry.
Are you listening? The whole thing is 48. Just listen so that we can round off. The whole thing is 48 liters. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divisions. Count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divisions. Why not simply find the value of one division? So one division will be, okay, first of all, 8 divisions is equal to 48 liters. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divisions. So one division should be what? Is it not simply 48 divided by 8? The way you did the other one now, which is 6 liters. One division. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divisions, which is 48 liters. So one division will be 48 over 8, which is 6 liters. And how many divisions do we have where you have the mark? How many divisions? Where you have the pointer, how many divisions? Let's round off. How many divisions?
9.
How many divisions? 2, isn't it?
Okay.
2. Are you there? So 2 divisions is equal to 2 times 6, which is 12 liters. You can use that method too. Are you sure you understood this? Are you sure? Yeah, I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divisions is 48 liters. So we need to know what one division is. One division will be 48 divided by 8, which is 6 liters. So where the pointer is 2 divisions. That's 1 and 2. So 2 divisions will be 2 times 6, which is that, and that's the answer we got earlier. All right, please, you've done novel. Look at this last one. Are you there? Okay, it says the diagram shows a car fuel gauge at the start of a journey and at the end of a journey. There are 80 liters in the fuel tank. 80 liters when full. 80 liters, just like what we did. You have 80 liters when full. 0 when empty. 0 when empty. 80 when full. You see, what is the value here? We need to know what the value is here when the journey started. Where I'm pointing at, what's the value here? You can count the number of divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you hear me? Again, number of divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 divisions is 80 liters. So 1 division is what?
80 divided by 1.
Alright, so that's correct. 80 divided by 8. 8 divisions is equal to 80.
Oh, sorry. No, 8 divisions.
8 divisions is 80 liters.
Yeah.
So 1 division. Yeah, 80 divided by 8, which is 10 liters. So each is 10 liters. Yeah, I like the way you did it. Divide by 8. You don't have to clean. Please undo so that it will still stay. It's another way you can do that. Divided by 8 divided by 8. And that will give you 10. Okay, so each division is 10. What's the value of here now? This is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So that's 60 liters. Because this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, then 70 and 80. So what's the value of, when it started, it was 60. Just look at it. When it started, it was 60. At the end, what's the value?
20.
See, at the end, this is where it is, so.
Oh, sorry,
10, okay. At the end, it is 10. Here is 10. So how much was used? How much? Because it says work out how many liters of the fuel the car used. How much was used? I think you got it 60 minus 10, is it not? It was 60 when it started, it became 10 later. So 60 minus 10 will give us 50 liters. That's cool. This final one, it says, on a different journey, the car went 180 kilometers. The car went 15 kilometers for each liter of fuel used. How many liters of fuel did the car use? On a different journey, the car went 180 kilometers. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? the car went 15 kilometers for each liter. 15 kilometers for each liter. Watch it, oh. 15 kilometers. Okay, let me write it in yellow because it's easy. 15 kilometers for 1 liter. So now you need to know what 180 kilometer will be. Did you get that? Because on a different journey the car went 180 kilometers, and then every 15 kilometer is 1 liter. So what will be this? Every 15 kilometer is 1 liter. 180 kilometer will be what? So just solve it so that we can conclude. Go ahead and solve it so that we can conclude.
Wait, what?
Yeah, solve this.
Which one?
Oh yes.
Divide.
Yeah, you are dividing what by what?
15 by 180.
Or do you mean 180 divided by 15? Because 180 is bigger. So you will do 180 divided by 15. Is that what you're saying? So work it out. I need you to work it out on the Jamboard so that we can round off. You got 12? I think what you probably did is 3 into 15 will give us 5. While 3 into 18 will give us 6. Then here is 0. And that's what this will give. Then you divide it further again. 5 into here is 1. Okay, let me write it down here. Five into here is 1. Then 5 into 60 is 12. So I think that's how you came about the 12. So there will be 12 liters. I hope that's clear. Okay. So the whole thing is laid out here. All the methods. What you just need to remember is this conversion rate: 10 millimeter 1 centimeter, 10 centimeter 1 decimeter, 10 decimeter 1 meter, 1000 meter 1 kilometer. And to find millimeter straight to centimeter, you need to do 10 10 10, which is of course 1000 millimeter equal to 1 meter. To change this to this and all that, you follow the same method. And bigger units to smaller units, you multiply. For example, meter to centimeter, you multiply by the conversion rate 100. You know. And smaller units to bigger units, you divide by the conversion rate. For instance, 5,000 grams to kilograms, you divide by 1000. All right, let me know if there's any question you have.
No.
Okay. All right, that's fine then. Okay, when it comes to area or volume, we usually start with the basic one, which is length or distance, and we know that 10 millimeters make 1 centimeter, 10 centimeters make 1 decimeter, 10 decimeters make 1 meter, and 1000 meters make 1 kilometer. You know, area is just squaring the unit, like we say 1 centimeter squared, 2 centimeters squared, or 2 millimeters squared. So to get area, we simply square the unit. So we just say 10 squared equal to 1 squared, 10 squared equal to 1 squared. 10 squared of this equal to 1 squared of this, 10 squared of this equal to 1 squared of this, 10 squared of this equal to 1 squared of this, and so on. So let's start with millimeter. 10 squared for millimeter will give us 100 millimeter squared is equal to 1 squared of this will give us 1 centimeter squared. So it means 10 squared millimeter equal to 1 square centimeter. Remember how we got it? Because area is square unit. So you square this, you square this, you square this one, and also square this one to get the area, the conversion in area. So for instance, 10 squared millimeter equal to 1 squared centimeter. 10 squared is 100 and 1 squared is 1. Alright, so same thing when we come to centimeter, we do the same thing. 10 squared centimeters equal to 1 squared decimeter, and 10 squared is 100, so that gives us 100 square centimeter equal to 1 square decimeter. Similarly for this one, 10 squared of this equal to 1 squared of this, so 10 squared decimeter equal to 1 square meter. That will give us 100 decimeter squared is equal to 1 meter squared. If we do this one, if you square this, you're going to have a million. So 1 million meter squared will give us 1 kilometer squared. If you square this, if you square this, 1 million. That's for area. Now when we come to volume, to get volume is just cube the unit cube, which means times or raised to power 3. So we raise this to power 3 and we raise this to power 3. That's what cube means. 10 cube equal to 1, 10 cube of this unit equal to 1 cube of this unit. 10 cube of this unit is equal to 1 cube of this unit. We just raise each one to power 3, each one to power 3 to get it in volume or capacity. So let's go for the first one. 10 millimeter cube means 10 times 10 times 10, that's 1000. So 1000 millimeter cube will give us 1 cube is 1, so 1 centimeter cube. Also, you cube this one in centimeter, you cube this one. 10 raised to power 3, 10 centimeter cube will give us 1000. So 1000 centimeter cube is equal to 1 decimeter cube. That's 10 cube for centimeter, 1 cube for decimeter. Similarly, this other one will be 1000 decimeter cube equal to 1 meter cube. 1000 decimeter cube is equal to 1 meter cube. If you cube this one raised to power 3, that will be 1 billion. So 1 billion meter cube will give us 1 kilometer cube. So that's the way it is when you are working in area and in volume, which is capacity. I just need to include that there's a special unit we use instead of all this cube, a more common unit, which is 1000 centimeter cube, what we call 1 decimeter cube, is also equal to 1 liter. So 1 decimeter cube is the same thing as 1 liter. 1 decimeter cube, which is actually 1,000 centimeter cube, is the same thing as 1 liter. You need to take note of that because most common units measurements work in liter, although the SI unit for scientific measurement is in meter cube. So that's 1 decimeter cube, which makes 1 liter. And 1 decimeter cube is 0.001 meter cube, if you like. So 1 liter is actually, let me not go there. So that's that. 1,000 centimeter cube is 1 decimeter cube, and it's equal to 1 liter. And we know that 1,000 milliliter will give us 1 liter. Based on what we discussed earlier, 1,000 milli something will give us one of that. It's in the first 1,000 milli anything will give us one of it, or 1,000 milliliter equal to 1 liter. It's even here. 1,000 of anything will give us 1. So 1,000 milliliter will give us 1 liter. And we also know that 1,000 cm cube is 1 decimeter cube. Remember, that's also 1 decimeter cube. Which is 1,000 cm cube too. That's also 1,000 cm cube. Because 1,000 cm cube is 1 decimeter cube is here. 1,000 cm cube is 1 decimeter cube. And we know that 1 decimeter cube is 1 liter. I have stated it here. 1 decimeter cube is the same. 1 decimeter cube is the same thing as 1 liter. So 1,000 centimeter cube, which is 1 liter, is the same thing as 1,000 milliliter, because 1 liter is 1,000 milliliter. So if 1,000 milliliter is 1 liter and 1,000 centimeter cube is 1 decimeter cube or 1 liter, it means 1 centimeter cube is equal to 1 milliliter cube. So 1 centimeter cube is equal to 1 milliliter. Yes, 1 centimeter cube is equal to 1 milliliter, because 1,000 of this gives this, and this is the same thing as this. Let me just write that down. This is the same thing as this. They are the same. So we have it. 1,000 milliliter is equal to 1 liter. We already know that from the fact that 1,000 of anything is one of the major units. 1,000 milliliter equal to 1 liter. And we know that 1 liter is 1 dm cube. I've said it here. 1 liter is 1 dm cube. Let me write it in full. 1 liter, or 1 dm cube is 1 liter. So 1 liter is 1 dm cube. So 1,000 milliliter is also equal to 1 dm cube. Just like, and we know that 1,000 centimeter cube is 1 dm cube. So 1 milliliter is the same thing as 1 centimeter cube. 1 centimeter cube is the same thing as 1 milliliter. That's all we need to know. So just like we did in the other one, if you want to change millimeter squared to meter squared, I said millimeter squared to meter squared, millimeter squared to meter squared, something like this. from here all the way to here. You have to do 100 times 100 times 100, and that will give us 1 million. So it means, therefore, 1 million millimeter squared is equal to 1 meter squared, because 100 millimeter squared is 1 centimeter squared, 100 centimeter squared is 1 decimeter squared, 100 decimeter squared is 1 meter squared. So from millimeter squared straight to meter squared, it will be 100, 100, 100, which is 1 million. So 1 million millimeter squared is 1 meter squared. We can apply all of those principles here too. From millimeter cube to meter cube, you have 1000, 1000, 1000. That's 1 billion. So 1 billion millimeter cube will give us 1 meter cube. Also from centimeter squared to meter squared, centimeter squared to meter squared. From centimeter squared to meter squared, you do 100 and 100. 100, because 100 centimeter squared is 1 decimeter squared. 100 decimeter squared is 1 meter squared. So 100 and 100 will give us 10,000. So therefore, we can also say 10,000 centimeter squared is equal to 1 meter squared. This is how I got it. 100 centimeter squared is 1 decimeter squared. 100 decimeter squared is 1 meter squared. So from decimeter squared straight to meter squared will be 100 and another 100. That's 100 times 100, which is 10,000. So 10,000 centimeter squared is 1 meter squared. So all of these conversion units can be applied in all the measurement questions, conversion rates. I think that's fine.